What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm outside. If you watch the Sunday summary video for week 31, you know why I'm here. And I've just been here ever since. I've literally had that video uploading while I was making this very document. So let's freaking get into it. Like, straight into it. This is a document where everything holding me back, I evaluated myself. You need to evaluate yourself. So I started, this wasn't like some specific I just started making, So I basically did compromises and like congruences. And then I just built the list. So bad food. Everything leading up to that relapse, little compromises like sweet tea, ice cream, chips. And also, like, there's some things I haven't been doing. I've actually been rather consistent with protein powder and boron. That's become an evening ritual after showering at 7:30. But like this, I need to evaluate myself. All my actions. What is holding me back? Sexual content. Usually the whole progression, it starts with Instagram. I actually disabled, I found a way it was like some side account for a business that didn't even go well, and it wasn't even my business. I was just helping to make short form. Anyways, that's what I would do. I wouldn't do it on my main account because I don't want to blast my For You page with soft form content of porn. So the whole funnel for me and my sexual immorality is it starts with maybe little inputs, like maybe advertisements on YouTube or something crazy that should not be there. And then I'll be like, those things add up over the week, and then it'll move on. The hell? What the freak? Anyways, it'll move on to Instagram, and then if it goes down to that point, it'll lead to porn. And I relapsed today due to that funnel. Excuse me, there's a lot of outside noise. I'm outside, so not working when you should be. I have to be meditating. I have to be doing the necessary things for focus. But at the end of the day, it's just getting the work done. There's no way around it. Who cares about what's optimal? You just have to show up, Jake. I have so many resources. I have no excuse. And I'm just not doing the work. So I'm exactly where I deserve to be. I just have to do the work. I need to prove to myself that I can sit down, stay down, and do the work that needs to get done. So socializing next. This can be good, but if I'm out at getting home at 11, that's not ideal. And that affects the next day. That affects my progress for the next day. It does. I just have to have my standards and boundaries for my goals. It's that simple. Music. I use this as an escape and get caught up in it. It can deter me from my schedule really fast in the morning. I'll play a couple songs in the morning, then I take a cold shower late. It'll completely just throw off the morning. I need to do music only when I can be allowed to do music. You have to be not necessarily strict, but you have to become the character, chase the character, not the goals. I have to become capable of making this money. And it's not just for the money. It's not just for the materialistic things. I've explained in past videos. I'll explain it once again. Sorry to shove it down your throat again, guys. But we have to live. Hopefully, it's not just for the materialistic stuff. Hopefully, for serving and providing, being a capable man, providing for our families, providing for my parents while they're still on this earth. Me having my future family, my future spouse and children in mind with my finances, with what I'm doing with my time, with how diligently I'm working. I'm learning this diligently working thing. And I'm honestly in a very blessed position for my work to be under a roof with AC on a laptop in the comfort of my own home. That's a blessing. So let's freaking get it. YouTube and Rumble, I have to be a producer, not a consumer. I basically only have beneficial inputs where you're learning and taking notes. So I wanted to add that real quick. But being a producer, I know I can go without the online entertainment. This is another escape I just have to sacrifice in order to stay on track throughout the day and make the necessary progress. So if I'm watching like Hormozy and taking notes, cool. But if I'm watching like car YouTube, that, hey, it's a good input because it's inspiring, that can become its own like loophole. And that opened the door to YouTube recently. And that was a contributing factor of compromise towards my relapse. So next, going outside, bro. When my pain block starts, I'll like start getting hungry. I'll start getting distracted. It's like full-on mental warfare. And I'd just be escaping either through YouTube, music, or going outside. I'll just come out in the morning and ride my bike up and down the driveway. Just distract myself and get away from the work. Crazy, ain't it? I just literally submit to this resistance of my old self trying to keep itself alive, when I could be literally just getting closer to my goals and making the necessary progress that will lead me to that. It sounds stupid, and I've been a self-sabotaging idiot. That's why this document is here. Training. I have to be hitting my sets throughout the day. You need to hit legs and abs. Stop avoiding them. Whoa, that's different. That should not be like that. Excuse me. Anyways, legs and abs is something I'll be avoiding. I'm not gonna lie. They're like, I mean, legs can be good. It would be better if I had like gym access for sure, but I just need to hit them. I have my 3 days where I do my push-ups and chin-ups, and then on the 4th day where I'm resting upper body, I can do my legs and abs. I just need to stop avoiding it. Next is journaling. I need to be journaling on time and with intention. 5-4-5 method in the morning, and then my evening journaling. This is all being according to the schedule. Like at 7:30, I know how this goes. It's simple. 7:30, I listen to my self audio while doing my 5th set in the day, and then I take my cold shower. And 7:30 is when I close my MacBook, ideally, and then I stop all blue light, and then I can journal about my day, what happened today, how can I improve, basically revision, and then revise tomorrow. Like all of this, it's being intentional. In the 5-4-5 method, it's guaranteed to make progress if you check off on the 5-4-5 method, because the last 5 in 5-4-5 is 5 tasks to do that day that is going to lead you, that is literally guaranteed progress for all of your 5 goals that you're doing. It's 5 goals, 4 tasks that morning, which I've already completed if I'm on schedule at the time, and then 5 tasks to complete that day. So simple. It's just execution. Congruences I'm not doing. Maybe I can improve on this a bit further for sure, maybe. Because everything is basically listed up in compromises. Not working as much as possible. Optimal isn't in your vocabulary. You just need to perform. You have to be doing at least your 2 pain blocks every single day. You must be under pressure and hitting your necessary progress marks. Be outside your comfort zone, because that being outside of your comfort zone means you're expanding and moving away from your origin point of your current self and your current understanding and your current reality. And we have goals because we're not capable of achieving those goals yet. That's why we have to step out of our comfort zone and do something different, because everything leading up to now, all of what we are today, is the accumulation of past decisions. We have to make new decisions and step out of our comfort zone. Simple. Actions. This is me like going into the nitty-gritty of like limiting belief systems and a couple of questions I ask myself and then answer. So I added this up at top. I need to be a switch, either on or off. I can't be half doing this metamorphic journey. All of these compromises add up. All of these compromises, these small minuscule things, led to a relapse and me starting from zero. I'm acting like a self-sabotage. Excuse me, there's mosquitoes around here. I'm acting like a self-sabotaging idiot. Why? I keep having idle hands. You have to do the necessary inputs every single day. It's going to suck. It's going to be fulfilling. It's going to be painful. It's going to grow you. Am I afraid of success? I am afraid in the sense of the attention and the opinions of others. I think and this is good, I need to ask myself these questions, because I need to take myself out of the picture frame in order to look at the picture. It is like extracting yourself. It's like drawing back the cue so that you can project. Like, you just gotta, this is why critical thinking and like something so simple as like making a basic Google Doc, it will change your life, because you just need to look at this stuff. You just need to make time for it, and it's very unpopular. No one critically thinks. Implement this, y'all. So, the good. I am, in a sense, afraid of attention and opinions of others. I think the only reason this is a matter is because I know right now that I don't deserve it, and I'm not working hard enough. In a sense, I'm glad I'm being humble like this, because I would probably feel like a fraud if I got to 10K a month with this minuscule action I've taken business-wise. Because with YouTube is a prime example. Holy crap, I think a mosquito went in my ear. YouTube is a direct reflection of me not being fazed about other people's opinions, because I know I have all the reps behind me. I've showed up practically 90% of the time, more like 97% of the time with these daily, if not more than daily uploads. It's a reference point, and I'm blessed to have that. Next, do I not believe I can do the work? I likely just need proof of concept that I can be in the chair all day working with intent. I do believe I'm capable, especially creatively speaking. I just have to show up. I just have to build that reference point, and by living out a day like that, of where I do like 8 hours of work, I just need to do that the next day, and then the next day. And this is very simple stuff. It's hard, believe it or not. It's what most people aren't willing to do, because think about it. 19 out of 20 people don't hit their goals. Only 5% of people do, because they're not willing to stay in this simple yet hard lifestyle. I just need to make the reference point and build the momentum. Next question. Do I believe I can't focus long enough to work? I think that due to past history, I may not think I can, and that it is a part of my old identity I am moving out of. I simply have to stack up the undeniable proof that I deserve it, and put in the hours every single day for an extended amount of time. Another thing I wanted to mention is the reoccurring thing of like, I remove myself from work. Either I go outside, ride my bike, go on YouTube, some sort of media. Why? I didn't answer that, actually. I can answer that live. I want to go into this first, though. So, how can I add pressure? What are things I've been avoiding? Instagram. Personal branding. I've avoided making short-form content on Instagram because I'm scared of being judged by my family and church peers. Realistically, those that hate aren't for me anyways. And I know that what I talk about is filtered through the Word of God, and my church friends will likely support this. This is just like a limiting belief of mine. It's uncomfortable. Just like how it was uncomfortable for me to start making YouTube, and now I'm cool with it. I can get to that same point with personal branding. We just need to take the first step. It's the advice I hand people about YouTube, actually. Just do your first step. Bro, these freaking mosquitoes, dude. This is why I haven't been out here much. Conversations. One of the biggest conversations I can have is stepping up and getting my household dynamic right, and making sure my parents are good with the Lord. That's a very huge conversation that needs to happen. Next is stop being afraid to talk about your thought process behind college. You know how it works. You're just being passive and not mentioning your truthful conclusion from your basic yet rare critical thinking on the subject. Everyone seems to be brainwashed with past, like, go to college, get a job, retire, get unhealthy, die. Church, you're complete. Oh yeah, this is something I could. You're completely capable of reaching out to old church friends, and if it came down to it, you could ride your bike or have somebody give you a ride to come to church. It's something to take into consideration. Now why do I remove myself? Is it just, this is an interesting question. Bro. why do I keep... It's simple. It's simple to explain. This is simply a form of resistance. These times set in place for the most important work is the biggest threat to my current self. Therefore, I am attacked the hardest during this time. This is where the most resistance and pain comes forth. Persevere and stay in the trial by fire. Bam! It's just simply resistance. The most important thing that is going to lead you to your goals is going to be attacked the most with the most resistance, because that is what threatens your current self. Because if you become this person who achieves that goal, that means your current self dies, because that current self, that current identity, it's gone. How? Well, you achieved the goal, which means you became a new identity, which means the old identity died. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. This is just a little document. I recommend you do the same. I'm going to use this as like the first episode of my new series of... Which that was something I could have added as far as things I've been avoiding. A series on e-commerce. So, I'm starting this e-commerce content. It's a push. It's something I didn't want to do because same thing with like Instagram. Like I'm scared of the judgment from others because I know I'm not doing the necessary stuff. So this is pressure. I have to perform. It's something I don't want to do. It's likely going to mean I'm going to be uploading twice again now. Making an advice video, or just, an advice video, or maybe it'll be one upload and I combine the two, talking about both what did I do that day and like the advice, which I'm going to include like mention advice because I don't want to have like two very separated audiences. I want it to be meshed together with what I talk about. And it can almost be like I'm leading people who are interested in my e-com journey to my own like thought processes and advice. So I gotta go. Love you. Jesus loves you. Have a blessed day. Peace.